Hey, welcome back to the next step, which is step 11. And it says a linked text must be placed between the opening and closing tags of an anchor element. So, a linked text must be placed between the opening and closing tags of an anchor element. Here's an example of a link with the text click here to go to recordcamp.org. So example, here's the anchor element, that href, and the text right there, which is in between the anchor elements, and the text is the text uh, for the anchor element, which is to be turned into a link. So in our step, we should add the anchor text. The text which we should add is this one, link to cut pictures to the anchor element. This will become the links text. So after adding this to the anchor element, it will become the links text. So we do it by adding this one right here, copy, paste it right there. I should not paste right there. So as you can see, we have put the text in between the anchor elements to make the text a link for the anchor elements. So the text you put is right here, and as you can see, it's already a link. So let's go to the next step. Oh, sorry. Let's go to the next step. Sorry for the ad. Just a minute. All right. And step 12. We're in step 12. Sorry. So in step 12, you can turn any text into a link, such as the text inside of a P element. Yeah, we can turn any text. Any text can be turned into a link. Here's an example right there. So let's do what we're supposed to do in this step. And then text of your P element. This is our P element right there, our paragraph. Turn the words cut photos into a link. We should turn the words cut photos in our P here. Where's our cut photos? Right there. That's the one we should turn it into a link, the cut photos, by just surrounding it with the anchor tags. So let's do it. href, which is this one. Copy that, paste it right there. Close it. So the cut photos right there. So close it there. So as you can see, the cut photos in this paragraph right here are turned into a link, from a text into a link. So yeah, that's it. Let's go to the next step. The next step is step 13. Now that you turned the text cut photos inside the P element into a link, you don't need the second link below the P element. Delete the entire anchor element below the P element. So in this step, we've already turned these cut photos into a link. So we don't need another link below. So this is the link we've made in the previous step, which is the cut photos. So we don't need this other link right here. So we get away with it by selecting it and clear it. So that's it for that step. Go to the next step, which is step 14. Yeah. In step 14, to open links in a new tab, you can use the target attribute on the anchor element. The target attribute specifies where to open the linked document. Target with the value blank opens the linked document in a new tab or window. So target attribute with the value blank uh, opens the linked document in a new tab or window. Yeah, that's it for step 14. So what should we do? We should add a target attribute with the value blank to the anchor elements opening tag so that the links open in a new tab. So let's do it. We should add a target attribute with the value of blank in order our link to open in a new tab. So that's it for this step. Let's go to the next step. In step 15, in the previous steps, you used an anchor element to turn text into a link. Other types of content can also be turned into a link by wrapping it in anchor tags. So it's not necessarily text only. Any other content can be turned into a link just by surrounding that element in between anchor elements. Is that clear? Yeah. That's how it's supposed to be, not necessarily the text. We can also turn other elements into a link by wrapping them in between anchor elements or surrounding uh, them with anchor elements. So here's an example with this is the anchor opening, anchor closing. So this is an image here. So image is not a text. So it's not all about a text. You can also turn any other content. For example, here, the example has turned the image into a link by wrapping it in between the anchor elements. So turn the image into a link by surrounding it with necessary element tags. Use that one as the anchor's href attribute. So here is our image. We should make it a link by just surrounding it with anchor element or anchor tags is the href to use right there. So close it right there, and yeah, we wrap it with a closing tag of anchor element. So that's it. Our image right here, it's already a link. You get it? Because we've wrapped it in between the anchor elements. Anchor element for the closing, and the anchor element for the opening right there. Yeah, that's it for step 15. Let's go to the next step. In step 16, before adding any new content, you should make use of a section element to separate the cat photos content from the future content. The section element is used to define sections in a document, such as chapters, headers, footers, or any other sections of the document. It is a semantic element that helps with search engine optimization or SEO and accessibility. So, section is used to separate to define sections in a document, such as chapters, headers. Yeah. So you use section and content inside just to define different sections in what you're building. Yeah, so that's it. Take your H2, this is our H2 right here. Comment, our comment is right there. P, which stands for paragraph, right there, and the anchor elements right there up to there. and nest them in a section. So we should nest all those in a section. Close it over there. Yeah, that's it for step 16. So we got step 17. In step 17, it's time to add a new section. Add a second section element below the existing section. This is the existing section, so below it we should add another section. Yeah, that's it. Step 18. Within the second section element, add a new H2 or heading 2 element to the text catalyst. So we should add an H2 element to the text catalyst lists. That's it for step 18. Jump to step 19. You add a lower rank heading element to the page. It's implied that you're starting a new subsection. So after the last H2 element of the second section. So let me elaborate this a bit. When you add a lower rank heading element to the page, it's implied that you're starting a new subsection. So this is the higher rank heading. So a lower rank is any other heading which is below the H1, which is higher rank heading. Any other heading below this, which is H2, H3, H4, it's implied that we are starting a new subsection. So after the last H2 element, which is this, or H2 right here, of the second section, of this section, which is the second section, add an H3 element to the text. We should add H3, sorry, H3 element to the text, then cuts love, then cuts love. That's it for step 19. Let's go to step 20. In step 20, to create an unordered list of items, you can use the UL element. UL stands for unordered list. Yeah, unordered list. After the H3 element, heading 3 element, the things catalog. After these H3 elements with the things catalog, yes, after this, add an unordered list. We should add an unordered list after that. Yeah, that nothing. Yeah, that's it for step 20. See you the next session.